Wagwan CK fam. You don't know. This is Cleon.
And this is Karisha.
Welcome to our world. Bang, bang, bang. And we're just here. We're going to talk about how we met.
No, how we knew. You're tired. How we knew, you guys. We're going to talk about how we knew. Basically, confirmation from the Lord.
Okay.
What we believe was confirmation from the Lord that said, you take this man to be your lawful wedded husband. A joke. But confirmation that I knew he was the one for me. You want to go first?
Oh, you know.
You go first.
Oh, you know.
I would say my confidence gradually grew the more we talked. The more we talked and the more I learned of his values and his heart. I remember when, after meeting a few times, every time we met, we had some profound conversation. And every single time it blew my mind. And I remember, and I still have it in my phone to this day, I came home and I opened my notes and I say, I want to keep talking to this man. I want to keep talking to him because I enjoyed talking to him. And what confirmed it for me, I would say twice, was when we went to this, we went to the movie theater. We have a spot at the theater where we just park up and we talk. And I remember him just holding, like we were just talking, and he said, I think I said, can I pray for you? Or, you remember that? I think him said, can I pray for you? And, him started pray over me. Him started pray over me to the point where I started to cry, There was that instance and another instance where we parked up again at another place and we were doing Bible study. After that Bible study, we were just having a heart-to-heart and talking. And before the Bible study, we were deciding on what to study, basically. In my head, I knew what I wanted to read from, and some people might think this is oh no, that's not a confirmation. But in my head, I knew what I wanted to read from, and then him just said a book outright, and I was like, I don't need to read too, And when we studied from that and stuff, he prayed for me again, and there was something on my heart that at the time I was going through. It was, personal things. And when praying, he hit the nail right on the head when he was praying about that specific thing, And in my heart, I felt just this. Hey. When you're greedy, in my heart, I felt this level of peace. And I remembered, I said to him, I feel a certain type of way. And I wanted to tell him, and I think I told him, and I said, I know, something like that. I said, I know now, something like that. And, I kept praying about it, and, I went to my friend about it and stuff, and, I tell her how I feel, and she say, continue to trust God or trust the process and do not shrink back, And I remember scrolling on Instagram and stuff, and I saw this verse, Ecclesiastes, where it said two are better than one, and it was kind of weird because it was a tattoo page, and I saw the person with the tattoo here, and I was like, whoa, okay, okay, Lord, and I kept seeing that verse afterwards, to the point where, I just felt this level of peace come over me again. And then another time that really sealed it for me was when we went to Calgary. And, we had an awesome time at Calgary and stuff. And I think that was the very first time he was in a big setting with my family. With everybody, my brother, my mother, my father. He met them individually at different times, but it's like that was the very first family trip then with my side of the family, you know. And when we came back from Calgary and stuff, you know, and wake up in the morning, I felt this peace over me, literal peace. The morning never light out good yet. I'm around go upstairs to my mother and say, Mommy, I think Cleon is the one for me. I think he's the one I'm going to marry, you know. And she say, I like Cleon, you know, I like Cleon, I'm a son. I like him, you know. And I find my father in the kitchen. I find my father in the living room. I say, Daddy, you know, I think that this man is the man that I want to be with. This man is the man for me, you know. God told me this is what I feel like God is telling me, you know. And why sit down with Daddy? Daddy say, this mom I talk about no. Him says, so you pray about it, like, oh, you feel like you're sure and stuff like that. And for any father, you know, say the father them are gonna be a little different and stuff, and the Lord bless my father's heart, you know. But we had a good conversation and stuff, and he's like, well, if you turn to pray about it, you know, XYZ. And he wasn't like, oh, these are my expectations and I saw him for stay and I saw him for stay, whatever. His concern was just that, did you pray about it, you know, how do you feel about it, and if, you know, he's the man that he says or he portrays himself to be, you know. And I remember texting him and I said, you know, I have this great amount of peace in my heart that you are the one for me. And I think what kind of sealed it is when before even sharing that with him, he woke up telling me the same thing. Him have peace, he has a certain level of peace, say God has confirmed that I am the one he's supposed to be with as well. So it's like I didn't tell him what I was feeling or what me I walk around and tell everybody as yet, but it was after that when, you know, him text me the morning and him good morning message and stuff like, babe, I really feel this level of peace and joy in my heart that you are the one for me. And when he sent me that, I was like, all right, God, this is not just me, it's not just a me thing, it's a two of us thing. So yeah, I just want to say that, you know, a lot of times we can trust our feelings, but our feelings can lead us astray if the Lord's sign, if the Lord's confirmation or evidence is not on that. But and everybody way of confirmation is the same. Some people it's scripture, some people it's peace, some people it's different things where you see and you pray about it and God just show you in different ways how he confirms. So that's for me. Do you want to speak, Mr. Fox?
Sure. For me, I think I took a slower approach in knowing that she was the one. Because even in the early stage when she was like, I think you're the one, it's like I want you to be the one, but there was some form of hesitation. I don't want to call it doubt. I was just hesitant, you know what I mean? And I'm like, is she the one? Because as men, I think men are cautious when it comes on to choosing a woman, you know? So that was it for me. I was really slow. And then the night, she told me, hey, you know, I really like you. And I think from that moment, I started to just be in the moment. Like, hey, you're in a relationship now. This and no play thing like this, you know what I mean?
Oh, I like so, you like me, can you be my boyfriend?
Yeah. So you're in an actual relationship now. But the confirmations, like what I said too, as I say, the one with the family, that was the biggest confirmation. I think that's the biggest confirmation. Everybody, at least when I meet that person that give a negative energy, I say, yo, what you do with that girl, brother?
Yeah.
You know? And we had our time, even my friends, yeah, we had our time and I'm like, no, I'm gonna just break up with her, man. And he's like, brother, don't break up with her, you're gonna regret it. You know? And the family now, your mother, your mother fall in love with me. Your cousin, your cousins, everybody just come like it's a peaceful,
Like it's natural,
it's just
like
peaceful, and it's like me and them are friends, or me are part of the family.
Yeah.
That was a great confirmation, and it was difficult for me to receive because of how great it is, and sometimes we kind of lean more on our feelings, as you say, and forget the truth. What I mean by that is, many times God is saying, "Hey, this is where you should be," but because like too real to be true.
Yeah.
Like, and
too good to be true.
Yeah, or wherever you go, like you're in the moment now, so you have some doubts, and you say, "Wait," But that was the biggest confirmation.
Yeah.
Another confirmation. I remember praying to God before I came here. Yeah, it wasn't even a prayer like, some intense prayer.
Yeah.
I was just packing and stuff, and I prepared to come to here. And I remember having these ideas in my head. And I said, I want to do this, God, I want to do this when I reach Edmonton. Plus, I want to do if you can, help me out in some things. And I was clear, it was detailed. You know what I mean? And when I came here, the same prayer, when I pray, it's answered.
Yeah.
No, you and I, when it come on to our talents and stuff, it's like we're the same person. Only thing, different gender. You know what I mean? Like, I like creating, you like creating. I like music, you like music. You like it too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everything, man. That's not a coincidence.
Not saying we don't have differences now.
Yeah.
Because we're very different people.
Yeah, we're different, but like, I like writing, she likes writing. The things that I like, my primary things,
like compatibility wise.
They are our secondary things.
Yeah.
Then the next thing now, probably this one, probably the biggest one, I should say. I don't know my biggest one now, man. The biggest one is the fact that you and I could sit and hold a Bible study.
Yeah.
And when the Bible study start, it is going for hours. 1 hour. I say, wait. Sometimes we just sit down and we talk, and it's like we're friends.
Yeah.
For however long, Yeah, those are the things that stood out to me. And then a main thing also was I didn't. It's like it challenged me. That's also a confirmation for me. Like, and to be honest, I didn't know like the type of woman I want. I used to say, hey, God wants a slim woman. But then I just put away everything. I said, God, anybody have, man. If she have for me, she have for me. I stopped thinking like she has to be brown and she has to have a certain amount of hair on her head. Her hair can short.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just took my mind out of that box.
Yeah.
And then we have a sense of understanding that, hey, this is God's will. You know what I mean? And then now, fast forward, we're here and we are engaged to be married. and it's an exciting trip. Hey. Anyways, guys, this is the end of the video. Thank you for watching my video. If you like this channel, just leave a subscribe, and remember, this is our world. Bang, 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 bang. Ooh.
All right, now.